Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Las Vegas Raiders. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
Steps away to his left. Got a man that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So they get the completion. That's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there that sometimes when they get hit early, gets the juices flowing, and they get right into the game.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He'll get it inside the 20 and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
2nd and 5 now. Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Watson now to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. 2nd drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Up the middle they go. It's Hess. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 61 yards.
And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there, it was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. They go play action here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. 52 yards.
And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a first down throw, Watson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hess. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hess.
45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up, place the ball, so they can snap it and get back to work.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
A give, it's Jacobs off the option.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw now on first down. Buying time to his left. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
A quick slant to Hill.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people call them natural screens, but this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. Off of play action, it's Watson.
And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Faking the give, now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Third and 2, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Browns are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good gain on first has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll look to throw.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back to throw again. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we're at halftime.
A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter.
And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards, the final tally. They'll try the left side. Pass. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as they have taken the lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the option, here's Jacobs.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, it's Hess. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Watson. He's going to take another shot here. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hess. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7. And it brings up 3rd. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
York able to send this one through,
and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And he's got Renfro in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Watson.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
They give him a gain of 38. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
Second and 7. Watson to throw.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Watson.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.